Want to get ready to kick off year 3 of Hoop Queens basketball. Are you guys excited for women's basketball in Toronto right now? Hoop Queens season 3. Let me on the play.
The wait is finally over. Hoop Queens basketball is back. Good afternoon and welcome into the broadcast for the 2024 Hoop Queens Summer League competition. I'm JJ Evison. We are now into the third season of the first paid Canadian league for women's basketball, and every Sunday for the duration of June, some of the best Canadian women will compete here at Humber College North for the chance to be dubbed the third ever Hoop Queens Summer League champions. The 4 teams in this year's competition are Sun Youth, based out of Montreal, a staple in the development of women's basketball in Quebec; the Brampton Warriors, a program that began in 1979 and has been an integral part of the development of players in the Greater Toronto area's West End; Advantage Titans, an organization that serves the GTA's East End, established in 2005; and Triple Threat, founded 2 years earlier in 2003 with the focus of developing talent in the heart of the city of Toronto. We'll step aside quickly for the Canadian National Anthem. Now, before we move forward with this season's competition, we must acknowledge the past. Team Roadrunners captured the 2023 Hoop Queens Summer League title with a 72-62 win over Team Sultan. The Roadrunners were led by championship MVP Summer Paul. She recorded 15.6 boards and 2 assists in the finals game. And Paul is back again, rostered on Team Triple Threat. They take the court at 4 o'clock for the tip-off of game number 2, but we begin this afternoon with the Sun Youth and the Brampton Warriors. Starting lineups coming at you right now.
Number 7, Mel Goss. Number 4, Sunday. And number 31, Jennifer Matherin. Please give them a big round of applause. Head coach Heather Alonso and assistant Liana Osei. Now it's time for our Brampton Warriors. Put your hands together for them as I get our starters ready. Number 24, Angelique Campbell. Number 23, Janika Griffin-Wallace. Number 27, Kiara Leverage. Number 15, Olivia Ososani. And number 22, Michaela Ritchie. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Brampton Warriors at Sunday. Are we ready to see some Hoop Queens basketball, ladies and gentlemen? Now, big reminder, please make sure you're on your socials and you're active. Make sure you tag us.
The starting lineups are as follows. For Sun Youth in the orange, working from right to left on your screens, will be number 3, Arij Bergonio. Number 5, Ocean Kunku. Number 7, Maëlle Gilles. number 4, Fredland Verrier, and number 31, Jennifer Matherin. And for the Brampton team in black, going from left to right on your screens, number 24, Angeline Campbell, number 23, Janika Griffith-Wallace, number 27, Kiara Leverage, 15, Olivia Asumasali, and number 22, Michaela Riche. And the first bucket has already been drawn, a 3 from dead center, Janika Griffith-Wallace on the board. Matherin dances with it. Picks up the dribble, has a teammate. It's Verrier attacking to her left. Absorbs some contact. She'll head to the free throw line on the way for 2. Fredland Verrier from Montreal, Quebec. She played at the University of Quebec in Montreal. Went to the Final 8 in U Sports in 2022-2023. And in the following year, averaged 12 points, nearly 10 boards, and 3.6 assists per game in 33 minutes played with UQAM. Nothing but nylon on the first for Verrier. Make it 2 in a row for Verrier. And Brampton has it the other way. A little cough up. There's a breakout. Scoop layup, no good. Rebounded. Quickly up. Riche gives it over. 2 turnovers in the matter of 2 possessions. Another missed layup, and Brampton has another opportunity in transition. Quickly up the floor, inside. Nice hesitation. Olivia Asumasali can't get it to go. And Sun Youth will retain possession. First foul is going to be called on Michaela Riche. Matherin now. Little miscommunication, pulls it from 3 off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Riche. Quickly pushing it now. Leverage. Extra pass. Beautiful pass from Leverage to get the easy bucket from Osumasale. And they answer right back, does Sun Youth, with another 3. Quick scoring, quick pace here in the first quarter of game number 1. Rebounded, and now brought up by Sun Youth. Bergonio dances with it, prodding the paint. Gets it swatted away. Brampton now with it, numbers. Little floater there for Angeline Campbell. And Brampton takes the lead. Sun Youth pushing the pace. Deep 3 from Gilles, no good. Griffith-Wallace pulls it off the side of the rim. Fought for in the paint. And Gilles comes away with it. Across the timeline now. Sun Youth got numbers. Nice turnaround. And finish for Tyra Blizzard. Number 8 in orange with the patience. Brampton with it. Time and space. Riche off the side of the iron and into the hands of Bergonio. Picks up speed. Hands it off. And a nice move by Gilles to get around her defender. Right inside the 3-point line. Elevates, and that's an easy jumper. Sun Youth back in front by 2. Griffith-Wallace calls her own number yet again. Rebounded by Fredland Verrier and up to Bergonio off of her opponent. And Brampton have numbers. Janika Griffith-Wallace trying to split the legs of Fredland Verrier. And a slew of substitutions in here for Brampton. Ellen Ugranov in. Tamia Francis. Julianne McDonald. Just a trio of substitutions. as we approach the 6.5-minute mark of quarter number 1. Working on the block, 2 off the front of the iron and into the hands of Sun Youth. And an errant pass from Maël Gilles gives it right away. Ugrinov in the corner. Can't fight for it. Last touched by Ellen Ugrinov, the University of Toronto Varsity Blues product. She had 1,000 career points and scored it in a massive game against Nipissing University earlier this year. It's in her final season with the Varsity Blues. Gilles loses it. Out the other way on the run. Ball finds its way to Francis. Francis pulls it back out just outside the paint, can't get it to go, and another rebound. Campbell. Gilles, that's too light. Falls right into the hands of Diarra. Sira Diarra then coughs it up. Foul. Called on Sun Youth. Offensive possession turnover. So some quick and exciting basketball here early for game number 1 of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 run. And another substitution for Brampton. Megan McCarter checks in. And she'll take it out on the side. Tamia Francis closely guarded by Bergonio. Ugrinov now with it. Uses the screen, creates some space. Looks for the roller, gives it back up to Bergonio. Bergonio dancing at the top of the key, into the paint. Floater, no good for Bergonio. And that's rebounded by Sun Youth, but off the hands of Sira Diarra. And that will stay now with Brampton. 4.7 left on the shot clock. Warriors inbound. Julianne McDonald pours it into the paint. Double team, triple teamed. And foul's going to be called. Kiera Leverage just swarmed by orange jerseys. Able to get some contact. We'll head to the free throw line for 2. Leverage, the Scarborough, Ontario native, played her U Sports basketball at York University. She gets the first to go, the former OUA East Rookie of the Year in 2022, and she also was named to the All-Rookie team that year. A little short on the second. Ugrinov collects the rebound. Bergonio thought about it, puts the ball to the hardwood. Ball finds its way back to Leverage, who jacks up the 3, no good. Sun Youth now the other way. We're halfway through quarter number 1. It's 9-8 for Sun Youth. Good ball movement on the perimeter and relocation. Rebounded again. Mathurin can't get it to go. Ugrinov pushes the pace for the Warriors the other way. Bergonio calls for the screen. Attacks with the left into the paint, elevates, contact, and Bergonio is going to head to the line for 2. A couple more substitutions for both the Warriors and Sun Youth. And a timeout will be called. We'll step aside for the break. We'll be right back with free throws for the Brampton Warriors. You're watching Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. And we're back to Mia Francis at the line for the Warriors. The first off the back, then the front of the iron and out. She's from Toronto, Ontario, is Francis. Played at the NCAA level, Dawson Community College, then Valdosta State. In her junior year, she played 22 games, started 20 of them. As she misses the second, she brings some NCAA experience to this Hoop Queens Summer League. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Sira Diarra, the moving screen. Ugrinov will take it on the sideline with Francis in the backcourt ready to accept for the Warriors. They've got 3 deep. Ugrinov gets it right back, pulls it from 3. Ellen Ugrinov a little too strong, rebounded by the Warriors, and in the paint, tough bucket. And Olivia Osamusali can't get it to go, blocked at the summit. And another offensive turnover by Sun Youth puts the ball right back in the hands of the Brampton Warriors. Janika Griffith-Wallace checks back in for Ellen Ugrinov. And Francis brings the ball up past the timeline yet again. Griffith-Wallace now on the far side in an isolation matchup. Gives it down to the corner shooter, into the key. Nice up and under. Olivia Osamusale with 2 points. Brampton now back in the lead, 10-9 with under 4 minutes remaining. A deep 3 rims around and comes out. That one swatted away by the Warriors. Sun Youth retained possession. Angeline Campbell checks back in. We'll give Tamia Francis a break for the Warriors. Gilles with it, looking for the inside pass. Foul called. Going to be a baseline, not on the way up. Foul's going to go on Jennifer Matherin. 14 fouls now on Sun Youth, only 1, 2 for Brampton. That's the second team foul for Brampton. And again, Matherin fouled and the ball will be taken out at the baseline. Kiana Poulin in now, number 23 in the near corner. Ball finds its way to Gilles. Gilles into Matherin. Matherin up, a little too strong. Griffith-Wallace now with it, dancing up the middle of the court. Thought she had a cutter, errant pass. Nice back cut by Gilles. Fading away, a little too strong. Brampton away with it. Far side, shot too strong. Poulin finds an open teammate. Matherin now with it at the top of the key. As Gilles flashes, Matherin takes it. Short rimmed, rebounded. Can't get it to go is Ocean Kunku. Griffith-Wallace has it, working from right to left. Lots of time and space. That one rims off the left of the iron and into the hands of Gilles. Gilles now with it. Takes it, gets it to the corner shooter, Poulin. Poulin resets at the top. Kunku. The give and re-give. Kunku from deep. Nothing but nylon for Ocean Kunku. Sunmouth lead by 2, 2.5 remaining in quarter number 1. In game number 1 of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. And answering right back, Olivia Osamusali comes up a little gingerly. Wide open under the net is Gilles, who gets the bucket and one. Maëlle Gilles outruns the floor. And we got a replay just out hustling the court. Great vision and nice contested 2. We'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. And Maëlle Gilles has been outrunning everybody here in the opening quarter. So Gilles, originally from Montreal, Quebec, also has some NCAA experience at Rutgers and Arizona State. Gilles, good from the line. And Sun Youth extend their lead to 3. Angeline Campbell hands it off. Griffith Wallace eyes up the smaller defender, uses the screen at the elbow, has a couple of rollers, and the Warriors get a bucket. Kiara Leverage able to finish that time for the Warriors to pull them within 1. Matherin with the drop step off the backboard. Rebound collected by the Warriors and out. Pushing the pace. Ball finds Griffith Wallace. And Matherin swallows up that one. Foul's going to be called 95 feet away from her own basket. The foul will go on Michaela Riche for the push in the back on Matherin. Team foul number 3. Just under a minute and a half remaining in this first quarter. It's been a back and forth opening quarter here of the Hoop Queens Summer League between Sun Youth and the Brampton Warriors. Bergonio hands it off to Blizzard, who directs traffic. Double screen. Horns down. Blizzard calls her own number off the front of the iron, right into the hands of Matherin. Steps in, one dribble, no good. The Warriors collect, push the pace. They have numbers. Over the timeline. Griffith Wallace from 3. A little too strong. Fighting for the rebound. Coming away with it is Leverage. The second opportunity, no good. Bergonio now with it. Approaches the three-point line. Gives it up. Kiana Poulin around the rim and no good. And then Ocean Kunku couldn't convert on the second chance opportunity. Kunku has it now. There's numbers for Sun Youth and thrown away off the leg of a Warriors player and out of bounds. 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's a 1-point game in favor of the women from Quebec. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Kunku has it, dances to her left. Back over to the shooter. A little soft. That one bounces off the rim and into the hands of the Warriors on the break. Offensive foul called. That's the 5th team foul on Brampton. Michaela Riche with the illegal screen. Shot clock is off, 20 seconds left in the opening quarter, and Bergonio has it across the timeline. Sun Youth happy to slow things down, look for one opportunity. Bergonio fakes left, goes right, pulls it back out. Speedster attacks the paint, and great defense by the Brampton Warriors. Get a good hand on it. It's Julianne McDonald forcing it out of bounds, 4 seconds left for the quick inbound play as Sun Youth look to extend their 1-point lead before the first break. Brampton able to cause some havoc. Stepping out of bounds with 0.3 on the clock was Kunku. 0.3 seconds for the Warriors to inbound and throw it towards the hoop. The ball gets in. That one a little too strong off the hands of Julianne McDonald. And after 10 minutes of play, Sun Youth have a 1-point lead, 15-14 over the Brampton Warriors. We're going to step aside for a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Hoop Queens Summer League action from Humber North College campus.
gonna teach you Indian. But we got more prizes, don't worry. That was very long. That was great. You guys look good in the t-shirts though. I like the t-shirts. Yeah, this side is best. This side is best. All right. I got you. Don't worry. That's all right.
And if you're new to the Hoop Queens scene, the organization was founded in June of 2020 by Kisa K, former varsity student athlete who played basketball in Holland College in PEI and Nipissing University here in Ontario. And Kisa created Hoop Queens for former varsity athletes to train and compete. And the three pillars on which the organization stands is athletic and personal development, representation for future generations, and mental and emotional support for women in sport. This is the third season of Summer League action here. Game number one between Sun Youth and Brampton. Sun Youth have a 1-point lead going into the second quarter. I'm JJ Evison. Happy to be with you in this broadcast this Sunday. And right off the inbound, there's a jump ball called. Hustle from both sides. Julianne McDonald getting to the ground for the Warriors, fighting for possession. And a possession arrow going the way of the Warriors. Angeline Campbell has it on the sideline. Again, the Warriors are in black going left to right on your screen. Sun Youth in the orange going from right to left. McDonald and Campbell's shot is off the mark. Borgonio over the timeline with it for Sun Youth. Hands it off. The extra pass to Kunku. Kunku takes it from deep off the front of the iron. Rebounded and quickly up the court. Griffith Wallace. Dancing right to left into the corner. It's Campbell. Top of the key for Francis. That one off the mark. Nearing the end of the shot clock. And Borgonio has it. Whips it into the corner for Kunku. Nothing but nylon. Ocean Kunku. Tamia Francis, a rocket pass down low. Olivia Osamusale, double O with the easy 2 points. Turning the corner, Fredelaine Verrier couldn't get to the rim. Comes up grabbing her elbow or shoulder. As we get another look of the Kunku three, fading into the corner, clapping for it, calling for it, sets her feet. Nothing but nylon. Textbook shooting from Ocean Kunku, who has it now on the baseline. At the top of the key for Verrier. Shields gets fouled on her attack. It's going to be side out Sun Youth. First team foul in the second quarter at the 8-minute and 40-second mark for Brampton. Ugranov checking in now for the Warriors as Angeline Campbell takes a seat. Borgonio to Verrier. Gilles contested well. And it's Janika Griffith-Wallace with it the other way, dancing to her left. Step back, three off the side of the iron. Sun Youth now pushing the pace. And a nice change of pace and another and one opportunity. And that's Tyra Blizzard on the take. So it was Maëlle Gilles in the first quarter with the and one opportunity. Blizzard here. Nice change of pace. The skip step. Ugranov with the foul, and Blizzard headed to the line to make it an old-fashioned three-point play. The Ottawa, Ontario native can't convert, but the rebound comes to the hands of Verrier and whips it around. Gilles from deep. Yep, dial it up, Maëlle Gilles. It's a 7-point lead now for Sun Youth. And a great poke away by Bergonio to prevent Tamia Francis from turning the corner. Here it is again, Gilles set, ready to shoot. Perfect pass from Bergonio right into the pocket, and Gilles puts her team up 23-16, and a timeout's called with half the period left to go. We'll step aside, we'll be back in 60 seconds. We are back here with 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 2, and thanks for tuning into the broadcast. This is Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. You can catch the action every Sunday in June at 2 and 4 p.m. at the Humber College North Campus. But don't watch online. Come watch these Hoopers play in person. Very affordable tickets, very good basketball, high-level competition. And this first game is setting the pace. Sun Youth over the timeline. It's Gilles. Gives it up to Kunku. Down to Verrier. Cross-court pass, wide open. Can't get it to go. Rebounded and turned up the court now by the Warriors. Taking it all the way, absorbing the contact, and one opportunity. Kiara leverage. Kiara leverage just took that from end to end, put her head down, moved to her left into the body of the Sun Youth player, and up and in for the three-point opportunity. Again, leveraged the Scarborough native. We talked about her Rookie of the Year honors in 2022. How about second-team All-Star OUA in 2024? Converts from the free throw line. It's a 4-point game. Pushing the pace are Sun Youth yet again. Kiana Poulin can't get it to go, gets her own rebound off the backboard and in. Second chance opportunity is good for Poulin. Tamia Francis charges down the middle of the court. Griffith Wallace now on the inside. Up and under. No contact called. Sun Youth the other way. It's Kiana Poulin. Has a teammate. Maëlle Gilles. Cross court. Bergonio. Extra pass. That's off the front of the iron and into the hands of Francis. Francis again pushing the pace. Hounded as she crosses the timeline. Janika Griffith Wallace. Nothing but net from straight on. Griffith Wallace has Brampton back to within 3. Bergonio. Poulin looks up Ugranov. Takes it to her left. Contact called. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds. Let's take another look at that 3 from Janika Griffith Wallace. No one in the vicinity. Got to call your own number in that situation. And we've got a trio of substitutions for the Brampton Warriors. Megan McCarter in. Colby Roper joining her. So the Warriors going about 10 deep so far. Nice turnaround, fade away. Sierra Tiara extends the lead for Sun Youth to 5. Tamia Francis dances with it. Finds the leaked out shooter. No good for leverage. Rebounded and put back up by 00 Olivia Osamusale, who will head to the line for 2. Osamusale, the Brampton, Ontario native, played her U Sport basketball with the Windsor team. did not play after the COVID season, so in her final season in the OUA, it was the 2019-2020 season, averaged 12.5 points, 7 rebounds, a single assist, but 2.4 blocks. She played her final OUA game on February 22nd, 2020 versus Brock. Olivia Osamusale misses the first free throw. The second no good either. Rebounded by Diarra. Knocked out of bounds. Good pressure from the Warriors, who are now going to move into a full court pressure situation. Double O is going to head to the backcourt to prevent any leak outs or transition offense for the Sun Youth team, who seem to be scoring efficiently in transition, led by the speed of the point guard Arij Bergonio. .606 remaining in quarter number 2. Bergonio no with it. Diarra gets it across the timeline. Blizzard now works to her left. Blizzard gives it up. Matherin. Matherin has time and space, decides to shoot off the mark. So Matherin has shown her prowess in the paint, decides to call her number from 3, and that one just off the mark. The Brampton Warriors with it the other way. Francis kicks it out. Leverage tries to attack. Can't get anything going there, and that's off the hands of the Brampton Warriors, so Sun Youth will retain possession with a 5-point lead. Janika Griffith-Wallace takes a seat for the Warriors. Back in that full court press. Bergonio has it at the logo. Diarra coughs it up on the entry pass. And Francis now gives it up. Nice up and under. And a solid finish there from Julianne McDonald. She's nifty around the net. Mathurin Bergonio. Bergonio. Little contact as she falls to the ground from Megan McCarter. But the 3 was off the mark, and it's a 3-point game for Sun Youth. 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. It's a great point guard battle. Tamia Francis and Arij Bergonio, both highly skilled, quick with their decision making and their handling, ball handling abilities. Absolutely beautiful. Charge called on Maëlle Gilles. So an offensive foul for number 7 in orange. And that's another offensive turnover for Sun Youth. A handful in the first half of this quarter. Taking care of the ball, key for both sides. It's another pair of substitutions for the Warriors. Ellen Ugranov back in, along with Michaela Richet. As Francis crosses the timeline. Calling the screen from the left, pulls her own number, and why not? Tamia Francis, lights out. We've got a tie ball game. Jaslyn Barker gives it up. Blizzard, no good. And now with it the other way is Campbell. Campbell with the entry pass. Can't get it to go for Richet, but a beautiful entry pass by Campbell. Matherin fouled on the arm on the way up, and that's another foul for Michaela Richet. Richet is going to have to check out as she is in foul trouble here with 4:08 remaining in quarter number 2. So back comes in 00 Olivia Osamusali. But it's Jennifer Mathurin to the line. The first good. The second off the iron and into the hands of McCarter. Francis now with it. Down the middle of the court. Gets a mismatch, pulls it from 3. That's off the side of the iron. Rebounded by Sun Youth, who have numbers in transition. Blizzard to the lane, a little too hard on the layup. Campbell now with it, from right to left. Beautiful hook pass at 00, who finishes with the left hand. And Angeline Campbell's got dimes. Verrier finds Mathurin attacking the baseline. Mathurin kicks it back out, loses the handle. That one's going to be called jump ball, and every single player on the Brampton bench is up and cheering. Let's take another look at one of the prettiest passes we've seen all day. The hook pass at 00 and the left-handed finish. Beautiful basketball by the Warriors, who now have a 1-point lead. 3 minutes. Mathurin now, another and one opportunity for Jennifer Mathurin, who takes the shovel pass and finishes off the backboard. We missed it on the initial, so let's take a replay. The shovel pass and the finish. There it is, Verrier to Mathurin. Get used to seeing that this summer, folks. And Sun Youth take a 2-point lead as we approach the 3-minute mark. Francis now avoids the screen. Ugranov from deep, off the front of the iron. Ellen Ugranov off the mark a few times here in this game number 1 of a 2-game set from Humber College North. She gets another shot, wide open, that time off the side of the iron and into the hands of Verrier, who hands it off. Barker gives it up to Mathurin. Mathurin hands it off to Blizzard. Into the lane, left hand, off the backboard. A little bit of contact, so she'll go to the line for 2. Great ball movement on one end by the Brampton Warriors, and then quick transition the other way by Sun Youth. I think we're starting to see the identities of both of these teams as we approach the halfway mark of this first game of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 season. Again, I'm JJ Evison here with you on Sundays. The first good for Blizzard, who played for the Windsor Lancers from 2015 to 2019. In her senior year, averaged 8 points per game as she makes a second from the free throw line, extending the lead to 4 for Sun Youth. Francis calls her own number off the side of the iron into the hands of Kunku. She'll give it up to Barker. Barker behind the back, in to Verrier. Verrier has contact going up, so she'll go to the free throw line for 2. So Sun Youth exploiting the paint and the size matchup difference. Not afraid to absorb the contact and get to the charity stripe with a chance to continually extend this lead here in the second quarter. Fredland Verrier, good with the first. The native of Montreal, Quebec, as we said earlier, attended the University of Quebec in Montreal. The second too strong, and batted to Francis, who can't corral it. And Sun Youth will have another opportunity to extend their lead. Warriors slow things down. Shanika Griffith-Wallace pulls it from deep, That one finds another home. And Janika Griffith-Wallace has a couple of three-pointers here to bring Brampton back to within 2. Matherin swarmed, double teamed. Nice patience, good footwork, can't get it to go. And that one off the foot of a Warrior player. Gonna stay in the Sun Youth's possession as we take another look at that three from Janika Griffith-Wallace. Gotta meet her well close to the timeline, because if she gets any time and space, well, we've already seen what she can do here in game number 1. Ocean Kunku with it at the baseline, out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock for Sun Youth. Quick inbound to the corner shooter, no good. Angeline Campbell has it the other way. Has 2 smaller defenders, takes it herself, and that's a good decision. Angeline Campbell with the right-handed finish over 2 Sun Youth defenders. Tie game as we approach the minute and 30-second mark of quarter number 2. Sun Youth now in the front court. Into the corner. Matherin has it. No, it's Tiara. Gives it up. Blizzard. Yup. Beautiful look. And nice 2-person game there as Campbell crosses the timeline, pulls it from 3, and that's a little short, landing out of bounds. The Brampton Warriors may be trying to get a 3-for-2 opportunity there with a minute and 10 left. And we have a slew of substitutions for both sides. It's a timeout called on the floor. We'll be back shortly after this break. It's been a back and forth contest in game number 1 of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 installment. Sun Youth and Brampton Warriors going back and forth, trading buckets. Angeline Campbell with a few beautiful dimes, and Janika Griffith-Wallace with a couple of timely threes for the Warriors to keep them in it. And Fredlane Verrier and Jennifer Mathurin, the head of the snake for the Sun Youth team in orange. Again, JJ Evison on the call. We've got a minute and 8 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's a 3-point lead for Sun Youth. Full court press by the Warriors. Cross-court pass finds its way to Bergonio, the point guard. Dances with it. As a shooter. Decides to put it to the floor. And an offensive foul called on the push-off. Ocean Kunku called for the offensive foul. So this first half, Sun Youth have the lead, but have been riddled with offensive turnovers. Something to look to clean up in the second half. Janika Griffith-Wallace now. Corner shooter, Francis. Baseline, step back 3. That one off the iron. Charging in for it. A couple of players. The ball finds its way to the Warriors. They can't convert. Tiara swarmed. Bergonio with it. 24 seconds left in the quarter. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Bergonio. That pass stolen. And then dribbled out of bounds by Kiera Leverage. So good anticipation on the pass by Leverage. Just couldn't corral it. Otherwise, that would have been another offensive possession turnover by Sun Youth. And checking in for the final 17.9 seconds is Maëlle Gilles. And Tiara will take a seat. Tyra Blizzard into Gilles. Gilles working into the paint, well defended. Borgonio has it. 10 seconds left. Still time to play. Borgonio working to the left, has a cutter. At the expiration of the shot clock, no good to Mia Francis. Gives it up. The shot at the buzzer, off the backboard, and no good. But a great attempt from Angeline Campbell. Apologies, Kiera leveraged with the attempt, and it's a 37-34 game in favor of Sun Youth as we head to the halftime break. On the other side, 20 more minutes of hoops between these two sides. Game 1, Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's time for second half action between the Sun Youth team and the Brampton Warriors for game number 1 of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. It's a 3-point game in favor of Sun Youth, the team in orange. Going from left to right on your screen, the Brampton Warriors in black uniforms going from right to left. A back and forth opening half. Pace is high and the intensity matching. Brampton, first offensive possession, a turnover. Sun Youth with it now the other way. Blizzard. And a nice trio of passes finds Maëlle Gilles in the far corner, working to her left and coughed up, but right into the hands of Fredland Verrier, who couldn't get it to go, unable to save it. The ball bounces out of bounds. Back into the possession of the Warriors. And for the Warriors, it was Angeline Campbell and Janika Griffith-Wallace leading them in the opening half. For Sun Youth, Maëlle Gilles, Fredland Verrier, and Jennifer Matherin leading the charge. Beautiful move, and not reestablishing herself before she got back in bounds was Michaela Richer, who's fighting some foul trouble. 3 fouls in the first half for Richer. Zarige Bergonio with it, who gives it up to Gilles, and that's a long shot from 3. As Griffith-Wallace pushes the pace, hands it off. Leverage, that's good. Kiara Leverage with another 3, and it's a tie game. Bergonio calls a teammate up. Matherin sets the screen, and around it, Blizzard off the mark. Angeline Campbell pushing the pace. Another 3 attempt, rebounded and put back up. Richer there for the second chance opportunity. Bergonio behind the back. Time and space, gives it up to Matherin. Matherin from deep. That one off the iron and rebounded again by Richer. Richer has been dominant on the boards here early in the third quarter. Griffith-Wallace into the elbow. And Richer can't handle the pass. Turnover, Warriors. A little confusion there. A timeout was thought to be called, but we will play on. Matherin has it at the top of the key. Finds Verrier in the paint to the left. That's a tough opportunity. No contact and a turnover by Verrier. Wants a quick explanation from the referee. As we have a substitution for the Brampton Warriors. Michaela Richer out and Colby Roper in. Again, all the talent you see on the court, from the players to the coaches and the officials, homegrown Canadian talent. Griffith-Wallace now, up the left-hand side. Hands in the cookie jar with Gilles. Gets the turnover. Bergonio has numbers with her. Defended by Campbell. Nice pass to Matherin. Matherin up and off the backboard on the nice back cut. Beautiful finish. Back tied at 39 apiece. It's Campbell now with it. Just inside the three-point line off the front of the iron. Big rebound and put back up by Roper. Blizzard on the back cut. Gilles no good. Campbell pushing the pace, head up. Nice bounce pass to Griffith-Wallace into the paint, fading away. The bounce no good. Campbell with the rebound and the putback. Angeline Campbell has her fingerprints all over this game for the Brampton Warriors. Timeout called. We'll step aside and be back in 60 seconds. And we're back with more Hoop Queens Summer League action. It's the third quarter between Sun Youth and Brampton. Brampton have a 4-point lead thanks to Colby Roper, the North Vancouver native. Played her U Sports ball at St. FX. 91 games played over her career, averaging 12.3 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 105 total steals over that time. She's a two-time AUS second place finisher and a one-time AUS semifinalist back in 2012. She had a career-high 30 points, 17 rebounds versus Kate Breton on February 20th, 2016, making her impact here, coming off the bench for the Brampton Warriors. As we resume play, Jennifer Mathurin has it. Picks up her dribble, in some trouble now. Coughs it up to Verrier. Verrier hands it off to Blizzard. Back out to Mathurin. Mathurin thinking of backing down her defender. Picks up her dribble, cross-court pass. And that gets to Kunku. And Kunku will convert. A broken play finds its way to Ocean Kunku, and she gets Sun Youth back to within 2. And then comes up with a steal on the other end. Has the team ahead of her. The pass into Gilles. Gilles, left-handed finish. Beautiful basketball here being played by Sun Youth in this stretch. We got 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter, 43-43. Roper mishandles it. Turnover. And a pair of substitutions for Brampton. Ellen Ugranov back into the game, as is Tamia Francis. So this Brampton Warriors team running 10 deep. Sun Youth just 9. And Mathurin has it now at the top of the key. Keeps. Attacks the paint. Falls hard. No call. Brampton will get possession on the baseline. It'll be Ellen Ugranov, the University of Toronto Varsity Blues product, getting it into Tamia Francis, who charges down the left-hand side. Calls for the screen, works around it. Back into the paint, shovel pass inside, bounce pass. No good on the finish from Leverage. And Mathurin has it the other way. She gives it up to Blizzard. And that's no good, rebounded. And quickly pushing the pace again is Francis to the left hand. Scoop finish blocked away. Fredland Verrier says, not today, Francis. Beautifully timed block by Fredland Verrier. Megan McCarter into the game for Colby Roper. And Ellen Ugranov has it at the top of the arc. Pass finds a teammate from the corner, no good. Maëlle Gilles traipsing down the right-hand side, dribbles it off her own foot. Kiera Leverage, wide open lane, left-handed finish, good. Brampton back on top by 2. Blizzard gives that up to Mathurin. Mathurin and Gilles. A little miscommunication. Bounce pass in to Verrier. Cross-court pass. Blizzard from 3. That's good. Tyra Blizzard. Feet set. Perfect pass. No hesitation. As Tamia Francis hands it off. Back step. That one off the backboard, then the iron. And corralled by Maëlle Gilles. Blizzard into Verrier. Verrier goes up, gets contact that time. Fredland Verrier will head to the free throw line for another chance at 2 points to extend the Sun Youth lead past 1. As we get another look of that cross-court pass right into the hands of the lethal shooter, Tyra Blizzard. And great recognition by Fredland Verrier. Find the open shooter. And now Verrier will head to the free throw line. She'll be shooting 1 first. One with nobody in the key. Nothing but nylon for Verrier. And Verrier will go for the second to extend this lead to 3 for Sun Youth. That one off the side of the iron, rebounded, and couldn't get the roll to go. Was Diarra, and now it's Francis the other way into the paint. Scoop shot no good. Blizzard has it the other way, pushing the pace. Sun Youth have numbers. Right on the inside, Verrier again, blocked. And now it's Ellen Ugranov with it. Gives it up, Griffith Wallace, time and space. Yup. What did we say about Griffith Wallace in that first half? Any sort of time and space, and she's gonna dial it from deep. That's her first three-pointer of the second half. Blocking foul called on Ellen Ugranov. As we take another look at that 3 from Griffith Wallace. The handoff from Ugranov, the step back, and nothing but nylon from Janika Griffith Wallace. Blizzard gets it in, turned over right away, and out on the run, absorbing the contact, can't get it to go, was Julianne McDonald. Blizzard has it now. Pulls it from 3, that one off the short iron, and rebounded by Griffith Wallace. Working down the left-hand side, behind the back, Francis has it. Beautiful back cut by McDonald. And one opportunity. Julianne McDonald on a beautiful pass from Tamia Francis. Give the hockey assist to Janika Griffith Wallace. Let's take another look. There's the beautiful pass and a beautiful call from McDonald. Hand up, shouting for it, and loving the celebration by the teammates from the Brampton Warriors. It's a 3-point lead. This has been a back and forth game ever since tip-off. Almost a dozen lead changes. McDonald can't get the free throw to go, and unable to keep it in bounds is Michaela Richer, who's since checked into the game. Jaslyn Barker will come back in for Tyra Blizzard for Sun Youth. We got a wet spot on the floor that needs some attention. Again, this is game 1 of 2 games here from the Humber College North Campus Gymnasium. The second game goes around 4 o'clock between the Advantage Titans and Triple Threat. Of course, Triple Threat rostering Summer Paul, who was the championship MVP last year when Team Roadrunners won the 2023 championship. But for now, it's Sun Youth in Brampton, and it's Arish Bergonio with a nice back cut to Kiana Poulin for the up and under finish. Poulin from Brossard, Quebec. Played for the Carleton Ravens back-to-back championships. That's a deep 3. Almost logo distance for Janika Griffith Wallace. In the corner on the travel is Ocean Kunku, or stepping out of bounds, I should say. And Janika Griffith Wallace near the logo on that last 3 as we take another look. The step back, that right foot just in front of the logo, tearing the twine from the iron. Janika Griffith Wallace will be saying her name all summer long as Francis attacks. Extra pass to Griffith Wallace. Yes, that's a heat check, and Griffith Wallace is on fire. Great recognition from Angeline Campbell to feed the hot hand. The response from Arish Bergonio, who steps into one of her own. Campbell down into Richer. Richer working to the right. Contact not called. Good defense by Diarra. Bergonio working to the left. Into the paint. Hesitation, gives it up. Poulin finds a shooter in the corner. No good. Now the pace of this game has definitely turned up a few notches. The ball movement on one end by the Brampton Warriors has been phenomenal, and the attacking of the paint to the kickouts by Sun Youth, a great response. 56-52 here, under 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. between Sun Youth and the Brampton Warriors. Poulin has it. Works it in. The Tiara elevates off the back of the iron. Ugrinov can't corral it. And Poulin knocks it out of bounds. So some distance shooting here on display. The extra pass first from Campbell to Griffith Wallace, who nails another three-pointer. And then the step back from Bergonio right after that, elevating the pace of this game. Ellen Ugrinov has it now on the baseline, inbounded for Tamia Francis. Francis and Bergonio in a foot race. Francis slows up to the left, can't get around her. Good hands in the passing lanes from Ocean Kunku, and Bergonio will take it past the timeline for Sun Youth. She calls up a teammate, hands it off. Poulin working right to left, nice crossover, and beautiful hands on the ball. Great defense by the Warriors to avoid fouling. That's Kiara leverage on the defense. As Double O checks back into the game, Olivia Osamusali. So a bigger lineup here from the Warriors. Poulin into Diarra, working to the left hand. That time there is contact. Foul will go on Olivia Osamusale. And Sira Diarra will head to the free throw line for two. Diarra from Longueuil, Quebec, played at the NCAA level for Clemson for the Tigers, and then went to McGill for a few seasons following that. Misses the first. She averaged 8 points, 8.2 rebounds, an assist, and a block in her senior year with McGill, did Diarra. Had a career-high 25 rebounds against Laval in 2020. Goes 0 for 2 from the charity stripe just then. It's a 4-point lead in favor of Brampton. A deep three off the back of the iron and rebounded by Poulin, who pushes the pace. Poulin now, stutter step, tries the wraparound pass, but Ocean Kunku had stopped running, so that's thrown out of bounds. And Angeline Campbell will take it out on the baseline. Campbell has it now, traipsing up the left-hand side. Pulls it from three, Angeline Campbell. That one a little strong. She had the screen from Michaela Richer, decided to ignore it and dial it from deep. Might want that possession back. But we'll move forward as Bergonio with it for Sun Youth across the timeline, directing traffic. Calls Diarra up for the screen on the left, uses it to the right. Step back, gives it up to Diarra. Some movement on the baseline. It's Poulin. Stutter step to the left hand. Nice step through and the bounce around the rim in for 2 points. That's a difficult finish. Kiana Poulin. Swarmed in the backcourt is Francis. She finds Campbell, who uses her size and speed to get across the timeline. Campbell now, guarded heavily. Nice find. Richer doesn't get the bounce. Diarra with the rebound. And now it's Jaslyn Barker with the handoff to Bergonio. Bergonio to the left, then to right, into the corner. Barker decides to shoot it with time winding down on the shot clock. And quarter number 3 has come to an end. It's a 2-point lead for the Brampton Warriors in game number 1 of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 installment. We'll be back after this quick break. 10 minutes remaining in game number 1 here at the 2024 installment of the Hoop Queens Summer League. Game number 1 between Sun Youth and Brampton. Brampton have a 2-point lead with 10 minutes remaining in this back and forth contest. Again, JJ Evison with you on the call. Hoop Queens will take court here at Humbert College North every Sunday in June. Be sure to tune in online or come and attend the games in person. Great level of basketball featuring all Canadian hoopers, coaches, and officials. Fredlan Verrier, no good from deep. As the ball's tied up under the basket, jump ball called, possession arrow going the way of the Warriors. Sun Youth has been trying to establish their game in transition, and Brampton have Janika Griffith-Wallace, who has 5 threes in the game. A couple of great assists from Angeline Campbell, but right now it's Tamia Francis working down the right-hand side into the paint. Finds Double O, who gets blocked at the summit. So jump ball called. Maëlle Gilles there for the rejection, and Sun Youth retain possession. Gilles did play at Arizona State. Her averages in 2021-2022 were 10 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. Offensive foul called, and the block at one end turns into a turnover on the other end, negating the chance to tie the game back up at 56 or even take the lead on a 3-pointer for Sun Youth. So Campbell has it on the sideline. Francis, swarmed by Bergonio, works the left-hand side. Bergonio goes for the steal. Francis maintains possession, calls for some help, gets it from Double O, works around the screen. Double O on the roll, not there. Another turnover. And Sun Youth will have it on the baseline inbound. This time it's Blizzard with it over the timeline. Blizzard pulls it from 3. That a little short. Substitution for Brampton. Janika Griffith-Wallace comes in. As does Julianne McDonald. It's McDonald into Francis now with the inside-out dribble, trying to shake Bergonio, who's been with her step for step this whole game. Francis into the paint, and a nice swat from Bergonio, who shakes her head. Not today. Well-timed steal and strip from Arish Bergonio to prevent an opportunity and an open look for Tamia Francis. Richer now hands it back off, and that's a 3 from Kiara Leverage, and the women from Brampton can shoot it from deep. Bergonio calls her own number off the back of the iron and rebounded by Michaela Richer. Ball finds its way to Janika Griffith-Wallace now. Lethal from the left-hand side, works around the screen, and that screen was well set but contested by Fredlan Verrier. Tried to work over it a few times, instead gets called for the foul. Verrier having a quick conversation with the official, trying to decipher when and where the call was made and what she can do in the future to prevent that from happening. Angeline Campbell comes back into the game for Brampton. Griffith-Wallace with it on the sideline. Into Campbell. Gives it up to Richer. Back to Campbell. Campbell to the left. Richer has it at the top of the key. Pulls it from deep. That's good. And another 3-point shot made for Brampton. The lead now up to 8. Bergonio. Matherin keeps. Offensive foul called on Matherin. Shoulder dropped into the chest of Julianne McDonald, who was upright. Celebrating that with the boxer's roll. Timeout called on the floor. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stick with us. 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 4 between game number 1. Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Welcome back to fourth quarter action. We've been talking about Janika Griffith-Wallace all afternoon, it seems like. The Brampton, Ontario native had some experience at the NCAA level, Murray State and part of the VCU Rams. In her senior year at VCU, she played 28 games, averaged 8.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, nearly 2 assists and 2 steals, and her three-point shooting shouldn't come as a surprise. She once put up 29 points on 7 of 17 from 3 versus Moorhead State in the 2018-2019 season. She pulls it again, and again she hits. Griffith-Wallace is a menace from deep. And does Sun Youth have an answer here as we approach the 7.5-minute mark? Mathurin off the front of the iron, then the backboard, and that drops. Jennifer Mathurin with the response. It's an 8-point game still in favor of the Warriors. Wallace, again, you know it. Janika Griffith-Wallace is scorching. Maëlle Gilles no good on the take. And Griffith-Wallace has it again in transition to the middle of the court. Beautiful pass to Angeline Campbell, who gets the finish. The Campbell-Griffith-Wallace connection is strong here in game number 1 for this Brampton Warriors squad. And a tough take into the paint from Blizzard, coughed up out of bounds. Maëlle Gilles will take a seat, as does Arige Bergonio. In is Kiana Poulin and Ocean Kunku for Sun Youth. Baseline play, Mathurin can't handle it. Griffith-Wallace has it in the corner. Griffith-Wallace over the timeline. As Mathurin, as her primary defender, gives it up to Kunku. Kunku, double teamed, takes it to her right hand. Hesitates, that no good, can't be kept in, although it was a great attempt. Putting the body on the line. His leverage, can't corral the loose ball. Michaela Richer back in. As Olivia Osamusali takes a seat on the bench. Brampton were able to stretch their 8-point lead into 13 points here with 6.5 remaining in quarter number 4, and will have possession on the baseline out of bounds in the Sun Youth end. Ball finds its way to Angeline Campbell, to the left hand, into the paint, elevates off the backboard, then the iron, and then into the hands of Ocean Kunku. It's Poulin now with it, turned over. And trying to corral the loose ball was Kiera Leverage, instead takes an offensive foul. That'll be the first team foul for the Warriors in this fourth quarter. Megan McCarter checks back in as Leverage grabs a seat on the bench. But right now it's Blizzard to Poulin, and then back to Blizzard for Sun Youth. Horns down. Mathurin sets the screen, then cheats into the paint, establishes position, up with the left, a little too strong. Rebounded by McDonald and then into the hands of Campbell. Campbell, nice bounce pass to Richer. Richer, as she fades, in and out. Poulin now with it. Across the timeline to Blizzard, into the corner, Kunku. A little too strong. Foul's going to be called on Campbell, Angeline Campbell and Fred Lanverrier fighting for position. And that time the whistle goes against Brampton. Sierra Diarra in for Jennifer Mathurin. And Tamia Francis checks back in for the Warriors. Ball inbounded to Diarra. And another fighting for position foul called. This time it's McDonald takes the foul. Again, it's a 13-point game, just under 6 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter here, game number 1, Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. I'm JJ Evison. We've got game number 2 coming up shortly after 4 o'clock between the Advantage Titans and Triple Threat. Inbound pass stolen. Tamia Francis racing down the court. Finds McDonald into the corner. That another in and out for Richer. It's Poulin now working to her left. Has a shooter relocating at the top. It's Blizzard. Back of the iron and through. It's a 10-point game. Another bucket coming off of transition offense for Sun Youth, who have established themselves as a team that like to play in transition. Griffith Wallace. And the pass off the hands of a couple of Sun Youth defenders. Kunku with it under the basket. Coughs it back up. And McDonald tries to underhand a pass up the court to a streaking Griffith Wallace. Instead gets some contact from the hands of Fred Lanverrier, who will get another foul. We have a timeout on the floor. Brampton calls a timeout. We'll step aside for 60 seconds and then be right back with more fourth quarter action in game number 1, Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter of this first game of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 installment. Janika Griffith Wallace, get this, 8 of 12 from deep in this game. She's only shot the ball from beyond the arc. She's got 8 made three-pointers. She is a large part of why this Brampton Warriors squad is ahead by 10 here in the fourth quarter over the women from Montreal, Sun Youth, who like to play in transition. Tamia Francis around the corner to the paint, can't get it to go. McDonald on the rebound, strips it away. Griffith Wallace at the top of the key, and another screen run through by Fred Lanverrier. Julianne McDonald set her feet, and Verrier ran right through her, trying to get in front of her defender yet again. Free throws upcoming for Julianne McDonald. McDonald, a Toronto, Ontario native, led Odessa College to a Regional 5 championship in JUCO. makes the first. Also had time with Memphis and Morehead State. She was slashing 46, 29, 73 in her final year, averaging nearly 9 points a game. The second also good for McDonald. Lead up to 12 now for Brampton. 4:40 left in the game. It's Blizzard now, working to her right. Back to the left. The pass just a little out of the reach of Fred Landverrier, who did well to get position on McDonald. Ellen Ugranov checks back in for Megan McCarter. Mia Francis able to escape the full court press from Blizzard. Blizzard gets a hand on the ball, but Francis to the left, back out. Griffith Wallace, another three. That one off the iron, but rebounded by Colby Roper. And Brampton retained possession. Second chance opportunity. Griffith Wallace now 8 for 13 from 3 in this game, leading the Warriors in scoring. Inbounding now, Roper into the paint, elevates off the backboard and in. Colby Roper with a right-handed finish. Bergonio dancing in the paint, gives it back up to Blizzard from 3, off the iron. That one by Diarra, the rebound, and Francis has it, pushing the pace, slowed up by Blizzard, who will take the foul. So Sun Youth now in the penalty with just under 4 minutes remaining. So Mia Francis will head to the free throw line. In her junior year at Valdosta State, 22 games played for Francis, averaging 11.3 points. Just a shade over 3 rebounds and 3.5 assists to lead the team. The first good, extending the Brampton lead to 15. The second whirls out, couldn't be saved by Colby Roper, so Sun Youth now with a chance to cut into the 15-point lead held by Brampton. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 from Humber College North Campus. I'm JJ Evison. Bergonio hands it off to Jennifer Mathurin at the top of the key. Mathurin will create some havoc, and Kiara Leverage will get called for the foul. Side out of bounds. Bergonio directing traffic now on the far side. Blizzard at the top of the key, gets her feet set, swatted away by Griffith Wallace. Blizzard tries to attack, blocking foul called. Another one on Leverage, so back-to-back calls on Leverage. And now Sun Youth into the bonus. Kayla Riche checks back in for Kiara Leverage. At the free throw line is Blizzard. The Ottawa, Ontario native misses the first. Her best game with the Windsor Lancers was a 17-point performance. 2 of 3 from 3 as she misses the second. She had 4 rebounds and 2 assists as well in that game, October 20th, 2018 versus Waterloo. Attacking the paint is Angeline Campbell. Tough righty finish. It's a 17-point lead for Brampton. Timeout called on the floor. We'll step aside and be right back with you in 60 seconds. And we're back. 3 minutes, 17 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter of game number 1 of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 installment. Sun Youth trail Brampton by 17 points. And Brampton has been doing a lot of scoring by committee, but leading the pack is Janika Griffith-Wallace. And causing some disruption was Campbell there. Kunku now from 3. That one's off the mark and will go out of bounds. Some pressure in her face from Ellen Ugranov of the Brampton Warriors. Full court press by Sun Youth, doing anything they can to disrupt the Warriors' offense. Angeline Campbell has it over the timeline, dancing with it, working towards the near side. Calls for the screen. Works around a couple of defenders. Nice pass, the fadeaway by Richer, no good. Verrier has it and gives it up to Bergonio across the timeline. Bergonio to Blizzard for 3, off the near iron. Rebounded by Campbell and given up quickly to Griffith-Wallace, who's happy to slow it down over the timeline. Thought about taking it. Nice find by Griffith-Wallace on the back end. It's Colby Roper, the recipient of a beautiful dime. And 2 points for Roper. Ugranov late on the closeout, but the shot long. Verrier back to Matherin at the top of the key. She'll pull it from deep. Off the near iron and into the hands of Richer. Richer to Ugranov. Ugranov has Campbell ahead of her. Gives it up. Campbell loses it, but then fouled on the arm. Bailed out by the official. Angeline Campbell lost it on the upswing. Fouled by Blizzard. And so Campbell will head to the line for 2 with under 2 remaining. Angeline Campbell from Brampton, Ontario, played at Concordia University for a year, then Nipissing for 3. Ended her career at Brock University with 2 years. And in her final year, averaged 8.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3 assists. She is the former OUA All-Rookie Team member of 2019, as well as the Nipissing Female Rookie of the Year and Women's Basketball Rookie of the Year in that same year. Campbell makes the first, the second off the back of the iron, rebounded by Richer, with another foul on the floor being called. So Richer beat all defenders to the ball. Foul's going to go on Jennifer Mathurin, and Michaela Richer will head to the free throw line. Richer does some great stuff outside of the game. She is the director of basketball operations for the Layup organization, and she makes the first. As a former basketball player, she was a member of the University of Minnesota, so some more NCAA experience on display here. And Canadian hoopers starting to bleed into NCAA more and more. Richer strong on the second. Rebounded by double O, Osamu Sali. He gives it up, Richer to Campbell. Campbell thought about it. Now works to the center of the court, finds the cutter. It's Richer, coughed up. Verrier now into the hands of Poulin. Poulin to Blizzard from deep. That curls around. Campbell gets it the other way, has teammates in front of her. loses it over the timeline, hounding defense, and somehow Brampton maintains possession. 12 seconds left on the shot clock, close to a backcourt violation, taking it the whole way. Foul called. It's gonna be a blocking foul on Jennifer Mathurin, so count the bucket for Colby Roper. As we take another look, just charging downhill, unable to set her feet was Mathurin. And it's Megan McCarter with the tough finish and one opportunity. The 23-point game with a minute 20 remaining. Megan McCarter the chance to make it a 24-point game. This first of two games here from Humber North in Toronto. The second tipping off shortly after this one concludes. McCarter good from the free throw line. The old-fashioned three-point play good. Mathurin now. The step back three. Wide. Rebounded and tried to be put back. Poulin and Mathurin down on the court. Mathurin hit the court hard. Remains down for the time being. Another player with NCAA experience is Jennifer Mathurin, NC State, two-time ACC All-Academic team. She played 124 games with the Wolfpack, recorded 10 double-doubles. Brought on to be an associate coach in 2021 with Bishop's Gators. Former head coach at Seminaire Saint-Francois, one of the top high school basketball programs in Quebec. Now back playing hoops as part of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 installment. So Sun Youth showing they are a team that likes to play out in transition, move the ball quick, create some havoc in the paint before kicking it back out to the open shooter. And the Brampton Warriors have one sole player, Janika Griffith-Wallace. A threat from distance, of course. Angeline Campbell also a threat from deep. Great playmaker in Tamia Francis. And then creating havoc on the boards is number 15, Olivia Osamusali. Number 22, Michaela Richer. Number 27, Kiara Leverage. And number 31, Julianne McDonald. Lots of size on that Brampton squad. Right now, Sun Youth collecting themselves, trying to keep their heads in this game while also worrying about their teammate who's down on the court, Jennifer Mathurin. Not too sure what happened, but she's slow to get up. Being consoled by her coach, her teammates, and this big community of hoopers here. We're going to step aside and come back for the final minute and 11 seconds remaining in this quarter. Stay with us. We've got the end of game number one coming up shortly. And Jennifer Mathurin goes off in a wheelchair as to a round of applause. And everybody's praying for a hope recovery for her. It's a tough loss for Sun Youth. She's a big part of this squad, leadership and talent-wise. Just over a minute remaining in the fourth quarter of this first game of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Again, I'm JJ Evison here at the Humber College North Campus this Sunday. Ball will be inbounded by the Brampton Warriors. It's Megan McCarter up to Ellen Ugranov across the timeline. Ugranov working to her left, has a lane, gets it out to the shooter in the corner off the bat of the far iron. Strong two shot from Julianne McDonald and out of bounds. Sun Youth have it on the side. Blizzard will get it in. Fred Lamverrier back to Blizzard. Blizzard working to her right. Pass out to Poulin. Poulin into the paint. Stripped of the ball. Kick ball called. And the Warriors will retain possession with under 50 seconds to play. It's a 24-point game in favor of Brampton. Ugranov has it. Calls the screen, works around it to the left, back to the right. Ugranov dancing with it, gives it up. McDonald gets caught up. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. McDonald keeps. Got to find a teammate. The cutter not there, turned over. Kiana Poulin now with it, pushing the pace from the elbow. Extra pass to Blizzard, who absorbs the contact from Megan McCarter, and Blizzard will head to the line for 2 free throws. The first good. As is the second. The shot clock is off, 22 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Angeline Campbell accepts the inbound pass and gives it right back to Julianne McDonald, who gets it over the timeline. And McDonald has it now. Gonna use the screen. Under 10 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Megan McCarter happy to dribble it out near the logo. McCarter gives it up one more time to Julianne McDonald. And that's it. Game number 1 is in the books. Brampton win 84-62 over Sun Youth, led by Janika Griffith-Wallace and her 8 3-pointers in the match. Supporting cast: Angeline Campbell, Olivia Asumasali, Michaela Richer, Kiara Leverage, Tamia Francis, Colby Roper, Michaela Richer, and Megan McCarter are 1-0, the Brampton Warriors are. We've got tip-off of game number 2 next, but first, let's take another look at the performance this afternoon from Janika Griffith-Wallace. The first uncontested 3 raises some alarms. The second, Mathurin couldn't get to her in time. The third here, a beautiful step back, creating time and space for herself, and this is where things really got hot, right next to the logo. The defense from Poulin just a little late. The extra pass that time from Campbell. And the crowd goes wild. Another step back as Mathurin couldn't get to her. And that is going to award her Player of the Game, Janika Griffith-Wallace. As Brampton wins game number 1 and start their season with a 1-0 record. We'll step aside game number 2 coming at you shortly. Stay tuned for more action of Hoop Queens Summer League from right here, Humber College North.